Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to talk about what's missing from NBA 2K26 MyTEAM, because I think a lot of people are missing the fun factor in the mode right now. And despite what I actually think has been a pretty successful seasonal content for Season 1, and I'm going to explain more what I mean in this video, overall, I think most people are feeling very dissatisfied with the mode. The mode feels very dead. I know views are down. I can speak from personal experience. Views are definitely down. Like, in general, the mode is clearly not thriving here in Season 1, and I want to talk about why I think that is and how that can be changed for Season 2 as well. I'll probably do a Season 2 wish list video later on this week that I'll go into more detail about certain things. But in this video, I just kind of want to talk about what has been the clear, obvious issue in Season 1 and how it can be addressed, because I don't think it's rocket science. And I honestly wonder, my biggest question really is 2K actually benefiting financially? Because the answer might be yes, but I have a hard time believing it is. And I'll explain what I mean by that as well. That being said, before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. So, here's the problem. Put very simply, the problem is that there's nothing to do on a day-to-day basis in the mode. Now, on a seasonal basis, there is a lot to do. There have been great exchange rewards in the exchange. I'm still working on getting Jason Kidd from All-Star Team Up this week. Like, I still have a reason to play the game and to play All-Star Team Up, because this is the mode that I'm grinding right now to get to 100 wins, to get to another mode reward and get Jason Kidd. I'm currently at 63 wins, so I got the next basically week and a day to get this knocked out before the end of Season 1. So I will say, throughout the season, I've actually had like a lot to do in my team overall. I will say that. I think they've actually done a decent job with the season-long content. If you look at, this is a completely reward squad team based off of just cards that are completely unsellable that I've gotten for free. And it's a really good team. Like, this is a team that I would feel confident enough going online. Oh, and this team isn't even updated. I'm like, I haven't even updated this team in a while. I have multiple better cards that I could even add onto this team. Like, Glenn Rice isn't in this team. Jonathan Isaac's not in this team. Larry Nance isn't in this team. Like, this team could actually get noticeably better still as well with cards in my collection. And so I will say, I actually think 2K's done a pretty good job so far this year with making the game mode overall very rewarding to play, and that's awesome. The problem is that you can have a great like set of grindable content in terms of season-long content and pretty good unsellable rewards and stuff, but when there's not consistent stuff to do throughout the season on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis, as in even in the last couple of years when I would say the content hasn't been that spectacular, the free 10 boxes, the win streaks on Sundays in Triple Threat Park, other things like that, when they have those types of things going, they even the festival events, which again have had very pay-to-win cards that aren't accessible unless you're willing to spend money, and all that type of stuff, there is still at a lot of times throughout the year been things to do and specific things to grind. And the key with a lot of that stuff is that it's stuff that takes 30 minutes or an hour to do that's actually worth doing. It's not stuff that takes 10 hours to do or longer than that, like these seasonal mode reward grinds are, like 75 showdown wins or 350 Triple Threat Park wins, or even breakout gauntlet or breakout offline or whatever else it may be. There's not the weekly small stuff for the group of people who just want to hop on the game, play for an hour, get a reward, maybe get lucky and pull something good, and then get off, you know what I mean? And that's a huge part of the player base, especially early in the year in my team when a lot of people are also playing Park. And I don't think my team specifically is helped by the fact that Park, it seems like, is in a very good state this year. It's more rewarding as well. People are enjoying Park more this year. The gameplay certainly is more advanced in those modes just because of the more freedom of SIGs and animations and things like that that people have in Park. It seems like people are having a blast with Park this year, which is great. But again, that takes away from my team. Now, as the year progresses, those people always do start to shift towards my team. Not everybody, but a lot of people in Park will start to shift towards the my team game mode as the year progresses and as cards get better and higher tier cards become easier to attain and things of that nature. But at the same time, I really think this is like the worst it's ever been in Season 1. It just feels very, very, very dead right now. And that's despite a game mode that is actually legitimately rewarding to play. As y'all can see, I have a lot of MT and I still have a lot of sellable stuff as well. I mean, I have Tyson Chandler and PJ Brown I could both sell. They're both good, expensive cards. And then I also have other stuff in my collection that's worth a decent amount from a couple of investments and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of MT to be made in the mode. I actually think overall, the mode's not that bad. And yet people are clearly very bored, and that is because there's just not that stuff that hooks people in. And in season 2, they need to prioritize that. I have a feeling that this has not been as financially lucrative of a season 1 as 2K would have expected. I could be wrong, but I just have a hard time believing that a lot of people are trying to get Tracy McGrady. They dropped him this past Friday. I don't think very many people are trying to get this card. You know what I mean? He's 4 million MT to lock in, sure, or 3 million MT or whatever it is, but people aren't pursuing this card. You know what I mean? I haven't seen him like at all. I did gameplay on him on one person's account. I haven't really seen proof of anybody else really even getting him. Like, I don't think there are very many whales going after these top tier cards. Even Scottie Pippen, SGA, KG, and Embiid. And yes, you see these guys on a decent amount of teams, especially on more competitive players and stuff. And there are also still a good amount of whales lurking around who have a couple of these cards and maybe even all of these cards. There are a few of those players out there, but I feel like there are definitely less of those whales than there has ever been before. And also, it seems like more people than ever before have decided to go the full-on no money spent, or what I'm calling pro money spent route, which I haven't uploaded a pro money spent episode in a while. I do apologize. I'll get back on that here this weekend. Try to get back more consistent with that series. But either way, I think what we're seeing is more people than ever are, well, there's really two categories. You either have the low to no money spent, which is almost everybody at this point. People who are not spending barely anything, maybe pro pass only, maybe fully no money spent, maybe they've opened $100 worth of packs one time, I don't know. Or you have the whales, and there just aren't that many of those at this point, but those are the people spending a few $100s a week on packs. I just don't think there are very many of those people, and they've lost the market of people like me who would be willing to spend $50 or $100 a month on the game in the past, and am not willing to do that this year because of the way that the pack odds are so bad and the game's not rewarding enough in that aspect for spending money. And that's where I think the two biggest things that 2K should really try to do in season 2. Number one, I think they should raise the pack odds, and I understand that in theory, raising the pack odds means people are going to get more stuff. That means they make less money. I somehow doubt that at this point. I don't know, maybe they truly, I could be wrong. It is absolutely possible that I am wrong and they are truly making enough money off of this format where it is whales and nobody else spending. Maybe they're making enough money to where this is actually a profitable format. Maybe there's something I don't understand about the business aspect or marketing aspect of it that makes this a logical business model for them. But I have a hard time understanding that that is the case. And I just think pushing away the vast majority of your community from your game mode, even when there are actually a lot of positives about the game mode, like the seasonal content, is not a long-term plan that I would think is going to be successful for 2K. That's just my opinion, but I mean, we'll see, you know what I mean? Like, we're certainly going to find out here in season 2 whether or not 2K thinks this is working or not, because the fact that we had no Monday or no Tuesday content the entire season, it was just Wild Gem Super Packs and nothing else the entire season, didn't even like change any sort of cards on a week-to-week basis, no new cards, anything like that. Like, there was no effort put into Tuesday content whatsoever this season. They did a TTO win streak a triple threat park win streak for 1 week. They did a free 10 bucks for 2 weeks, I think, and then took that stuff away. And again, I just have a hard time believing that throughout the year, this is a profitable business model for them compared to what the last few years have looked like. We'll see, but they are slowly losing their whales. They have lost most of their low money spent community at this point. And so we'll see, you know what I mean? I obviously am not 100% confident as to what the truth is with 2K's revenue. I have no idea what their revenue information looks like, but this does feel like overall it's been a pretty kind of disastrous year. And I just have a hard time believing long-term that this is a successful plan. You know what I mean? And maybe I'm wrong, but I just have a hard time believing that this is going to be a plan that they continue throughout the year. And if they do, then maybe I am truly just wrong. We'll see, but I hope things change for season 2. And if y'all have any ideas for how you'd like to see things change, let me know. I'd love to see spotlights and more NBA content related to moments content in real life and stuff like that. But I don't think that stuff's too realistic, to be honest. But if they just at least bring back 10 boxes and some win streak stuff and maybe Tuesday content that's not just super packs and maybe put a little more effort into some things, then hopefully we'll have a better season 2 than season 1. I have no idea what's going to happen. Either way, it's going to do it for the video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back on more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.